Oh, oh, oh! Not the coffee on the table. I definitely need to rethink my life. You guys are looking to improve your melodies. I understand, I've been there, I'm still currently there. Sometimes I sit down at FL Studio and I try to come up with a melody and I'm just like, man, it's not working. But there are some ways that I overcome that, and I'm going to share those tips and tricks with you guys. So the first tip that I have for you guys is don't look at the DAW. Don't look at the DAW when you're coming up with melodies. Hum the melody in your head, sing the melody to yourself. But when you're looking at your DAW, you're looking at a bunch of squares. And basically what that's going to do is it's going to put you in a box and it's going to make you think very robotic, very square-like. What I like to do is I like to get inspiration from other songs, which there's nothing wrong with that. You can listen to some of your favorite songs and kind of hear what melodies are taking place, hear what chords are going on, and kind of take that idea and make your own melody off of that. Tip number 2 is to lay down some sort of pattern. I'm just going to start at 150, and I'm just going to lay down some hats and some claps. We're going to do 2-step hats. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. That's kind of what I'm hearing right now. We can use this sound, but we're gonna have to filter it a lot. So that's another thing is sound selection. You want to make sure that you're using sounds that are good and that are going to inspire you. You don't want to use a sound like that. Like, to me, that's just too cutting. So I'm gonna put a filter on top of that. This is from Kilohertz, but you can use the Fruity Love filter, and it'll probably do the same thing. Let's hear what the Fruity Love filter sounds like actually. Where's it at? Here it is. But you can hear how it just softens it up a little bit. So basically what we can do with this now is we can highlight all these and take these up 7 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this should work. But I kind of don't want this chord here. I kind of just want that to drag out. Same with the next one. I kind of just wanted to be 2 chords. So we're just going to have this drag out like this. And then copy it on over here. And then we can put a note in the middle of these 2. You'll see 3 highlighted lines. If you just put a note directly in the middle of those 3 lines, or sorry, the middle highlighted line. If you put 1 in the middle highlighted line, should sound good. Let's see. And now if we want it to be even cooler, we can invert this, highlight the middle note, pitch them up an octave. I'm gonna copy that, paste that onto this pad here. And I like those chords there, but I don't want that grand piano sound, so I'm gonna go into Cymatics's one shots and find some keys that I like, and then just copy that on over there. Might try and find a different lead sound too. And like, this is so simple, but just all those layered sounds together, I don't know. When I hear something atmospheric like this, I don't know, I like this kind of stuff. But yeah, so what do we got so far? Don't start off from scratch. You can use a melody inspired by something else. Lay down some drums, lay down some claps. That way you're still not just making a melody from nothing. And that'll give you like a little bit of bounce. Like once I lay down hi-hats and a two-step clap, or two-step hi-hats and then a clap on the 2 and the 4, instantly I just had this idea, and it's like, all right, let's expand on top of that. Oh, and you want to think about the entire puzzle as pads, leads, chords. You want to think of it as the entire melody. You don't want to think of like just one sound as the melody. And that's something that I struggled with in the beginning, was I was always just trying to come up with these crazy melodies using one sound, when layering is really the key. Because when you think about a band on a stage, you have all these sounds coming in. You have somebody playing guitar, you have somebody playing the keys, you have somebody playing the bass, you might have somebody doing like backup vocals, and all of these things are taking up the melodic space, creating this atmosphere of sounds. Versus if you're just trying to create a melody with one instrument, it's not going to sound as full, it's not going to sound as good as if you have the piano playing the chords, if you have a pad in the background filling up some of that space, if you have some other type of element, a pluck. Once you add the drums, the 808 is also another melodic element. I don't like to think of an 808 as part of the drums because it is melody in itself. Fender says the word arpeggio comes from the Italian word arpeggiare. Arpeggiare. I think I'm saying that right, which means to play on a harp, while a chord is defined as a group of notes that are sounded together at the same time. In arpeggio, aka a broken chord, indicates a chord in which the notes are sounded individually. That is by Fender themselves. So, another way to spice up your melodies is to add some arpeggios or arps by just going down or up the chords. So basically, I think what needs to happen now is just some arrangement. You need to do some mixing, some EQing, and the biggest thing that you can do at this part is pitch things up, pitch things down, take things up an octave, take things down an octave, put things in halftime. There's so many tools that you have. You can use gross beat. There's so many tools that you have in your DAW, but basically this is the main beat that we have right now. Alright guys, well thanks for watching another episode of Thresher Thursdays. I really appreciate you for tuning in and sticking to the end of the video. Hopefully you learned a little something if you're new to writing melodies. Personally, I think I'm fairly new to writing melodies as well. Yeah, these are just some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way and have helped me. If this helps you guys out as well, let me know, drop a comment below. Or if you have some tips for some other people that I forgot to mention, be sure to drop them in the comments below. Maybe some other people are looking for some melody tips. Yeah, a few things that I definitely forgot that I want to talk about right now is you're going to develop your ear over time. So don't worry too much if you're just starting, if you're just beginning and you're frustrated with your melodies. It's inevitable. You're going to be frustrated if you're just now starting because you've never done anything like this before, and you can't ask yourself to create an incredible melody that somebody else is making after years and years of practice versus you just now starting. So as you grow over time, your melodies are going to get better, your ears are going to get better because you're going to get tired of making simple melodies, and you're going to want to experiment more, and you're going to want to learn more. So you're going to experiment on your own. You might look up some more tutorials, you might look up some music theory, you might take a music theory course. I myself recently took a little music theory course to understand everything just a little bit better. So if you're looking to improve your melodies, it's going to happen with time. You just have to be patient and you have to trust the process and trust yourself and just continue to have fun with it. But yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everyone that's been subscribing recently too. You guys are awesome. all of you for coming in here and checking my stuff out and checking my music and my beat making out. I really appreciate all of you guys. But yeah, happy Thursday, happy Thresher Thursdays, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you in the next video. Peace.